Alexander has all the MMA tattoos. Most of the MMA tattoos you see are not that nice.
That's very decorative.
David Madden, sporting a nice golden piece himself. All right, first amateur MMA bout of the night. South Carolina, head kicks go.
Good measurements from the outside. Good educated kicks. Great jabs and overhands.
Dude, the overhand found its way home twice.
Yeah, I like the start of that jab from Joshua Alexander, but David just played no games. Came back with the overhands and got right into that takedown. And we see that Joshua is working for just some head and arm control.
That's David. David's in the red corner.
Start punching with the left hand. Lay on him. Lay on him with your right shoulder. Punch with the left hand.
I think it's the other way. I think Joshua Alexander is the one on top right now. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, I have the blue and red backwards. It was right for the last one.
Yeah, so that's probably the only card to myself.
Anyway,
sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. Joshua Alexander now controlling the clinch against the cage while David Madden scrambling back up to his feet. That's what we missed in the call there. Nice head grip from David Madden. He's got him.
Heavy guillotine attempt.
Now standing, it's hard, right?
Yeah,
but
he has the head and arm there, and that makes it a little bit tougher to sink it in.
But you also don't want to just fall back here. Pressing him against the cage is a good idea. You don't want to fall back and give up position in the off chance that he does circle around. It is hard to finish with the arm in. He's switching to he thought about switching to a no arm in grip. Maybe he could take a few privates from Joel Maddock, our main event guy. He's a submission guillotine specialist. He keeps trying to sneak in that grip. He needs to keep threatening that. Yeah, keep him thinking about that. And right when he starts to adjust his posture and try to sink, that's when don't fall back here.
No.
This is a mistake that Dustin Poirier made against Khabib Nurmagomedov in the title fight. So many people fall back here.
Yeah, falling
and end up
back on that
bottom.
guillotine is not the way to go.
Not unless your name's Cody Malte or Joel Maddox. All right. Full frontal headlock control as Joshua Alexander looks to lock his hands for the single high crotch.
Oh, David Madden back down to his back, holding on to the head and arm still.
Yeah, I think that Alexander just got privy to the fact that that guillotine wasn't as deep anymore, and he could safely take him down without worrying about being submitted. Of course, if you are going to try to submit him, you got to get that feet to the outside. Now Madden looking at some butterfly hooks. Nearly impossible to utilize those correctly against the cage. It's tough. He's going to look to wall walk or something.
Yeah, this is, I don't know much about this Savannah Combat Club, like I said, but I'm seeing a lot of heavy pressure against this wall, man.
Yeah.
This is a very educated pressure game on the wall. He did a great job of staying tight and defending with that composure. Hunting in for his own guillotine now.
Yeah, now one thing I do like about Alexander is when it comes to the grappling pressure, he's using his head like a third arm.
Oh,
David
big
Madden
slam to finish out the round.
with a
Not
big
the best
slam
way
in
to
the zone.
defend a guillotine, though, I'll tell you what. Pressure against this wall, man.
Yeah.
This is a very educated pressure.
Right.
Transition back around. He had a great job. Joshua Alexander, great job of controlling back to that cage. He ate that flurry of jabs in the get-go. He came back with the overhands, defended the guillotine well, and I really liked his top pressure against the cage. He did a great job of kind of TPing up to use his shoulder to smother David's head into the cage.
Shoulder and head. It was a lot of good forward grappling pressure. Safe, controlled, and punishing. But David Madden turns it around there at the end of the round. It made it a lot closer of a round than it appeared to be.
Yes, yes.
But we'll see.
And that's the thing, like that submission attempt for like an amateur fight, sometimes people look at it as like a big control because you are attacking.
Right.
And when I tell people like, hey, there's a difference between like holding on for a submission and then looking at someone's face and you see it changing color going like, man, he's attacking for that submission. You can use that. It's like, hey, overwhelming someone with a flurry of strikes in an exchange. That's how I look at it. It's not only just control, but it's like you're attacking. There's this like lay and pray and attacking.
There's that level of familiarity, right, with the submission where you know when it's locked in and when it's not. Yeah. That's some purple belt, brown belt, black belt stuff. You know, just comes with time and experience. These guys both seem very comfortable with the grappling, though.
Oh, 100%.
You know if you're fighting out
Back.
that.
Oh!
Overhand from Josh Alexander!
Right hand from Joshua to start the round.
David Madden is now controlling the clinch. Wow, great job by David.
Quick recovery.
If I'm Josh Alexander, I'm looking to separate here.
I don't think
the
David saw what hit him.
Hands might be, nope, he's back on this guillotine here, and this is how you know a submission could be in. When you see a guy who's in an offensive position and suddenly he changes his behavior. Immediately Josh looked to fight the hands and address this grip.
Yes.
He's looking to get his head out of here, so that means that he feels some kind of threat from it.
Yeah, Josh, we can see that Joshua is still really feeling around. But, man, when you look at his face, he's kind of like, wow, I am still a little fuzzy.
Yeah, his head,
I'll tell you what,
immediately mousing.
it's hard enough to guillotine someone in a
Oh,
fight.
no arm
but he
grip,
goes
no
back
arm
to it.
grip, no arm grip. This is way tighter, way harder to deal with, but Alexander fighting the hand beautifully, gets back in under. Wow, great defense on the standing
He
guillotine.
has such a great attack for it, but when you're wobbled, like your legs are loose or your arms are loose, so it's hard to get that little bit of extra cinch.
This Josh Alexander kid hits hard, buddy. You can just tell by the way David's demeanor changes after every shot. He immediately looks to get more defensive. He takes a shot in the clinch, he sneaks his head behind Joshua Alexander's head. And David is so good at making you go low and then getting on that guillotine grip. If he can use that to circle out, he'd be in a much better position in this fight. But I think both these guys just want the grappling. They want that to be their strategy for this fight.
Well, I'm trying to figure out where David Madden does want to take this fight to. I saw he was comfortable behind the jab.
I think he's still recovering right now.
He really is. And like that first round even, you know, he's ready for grappling, but more of the jiu-jitsu side.
Yeah.
Where Joshua wants to bring more of that wrestling heavy, and now they're back to that middle.
Oh.
And Josh with that overhand again. Oh my goodness.
Man, David Madden keeps leaving himself exposed for it.
Oh my goodness! Right in front of
with
us.
the first knockout of the night.
Here.
He gets
in
it done.
front.
The power on this kid.
Joshua Alexander making a big statement for the knockout of the night.
Man, that was a hell of a knockout, and that's just one of those things where you can't let a guy punch. And David Madden keeps leaving himself exposed for it.
Oh my goodness! Right in front of
with
us.
the first knockout of the night.
Here.
He gets
in
it done.
front.
The power on this.
Heel. And then 3, 4 in a row. You're stuck on that heel. It lands, and that's the button.
The button, indeed. That was instantaneous, my friend. Instantaneous loss of consciousness from David Madden.
But wow, what a
man.
You know what? This is that thing about that sport. When you sit cage-side and you see that happen in front of you, look, I've been there personally. I've had it happen as a coach, but like from a fan standpoint, it does not feel like
Josh Alexander started off the round big with that overhand right, got the knockdown. David Madden spent most of the round looking to recover, looking to get back in it. He was able to keep Alexander at bay, but as soon as Alexander stopped pressuring the grappling and brought it back to the striking realm, it was very obvious. There's a clear difference here between power, speed, striking comfortability, just everything that was going on in the pocket.
Yeah, I was really impressed with how Joshua was really pressing forward. He kept, like I said, he fought like a juice box.
Yeah.
You know, and he knew how to step with that heavy base. I liked how open it was when he stepped. He had a great composure, hands forward, and kept outstanding pressure for not setting up those overhands, but he knew how to explode into that range.
Josh Alexander moving on to 2-1, representing the Savannah Combat Club.
Well, I'll say that. Definitely a school to keep an eye on if this is what they're producing.